more you watch, the more you love. Unlimited entertainment only on Operatune TV. Your TV, ask for more.
Good morning and welcome to Early Starters, your ultimate morning show here on Operatune TV, your one and only station that gives you everything you want. It is midweek. It is a beautiful Wednesday morning, and I must say that I am excited to be here with you all. As usual, we have different kind of conversations. We get to relate, we get to connect, we get to share each other's thoughts about different things in regards to the country or even general lifestyle. We also move to business and we move to sports. And most of you join our conversations. Most times you share your thoughts and we all realize that we are in the same country and we can relate with so many things together. And it is a beautiful feeling. I'm always happy to be here with you all every morning, and I appreciate your time. I appreciate the fact that you all are intentional about us, about listening to us, about watching our show, about joining our conversations, and every information that we give to you, you always listen to them, you always engage in them. And we are, as it is now, we are still celebrating the award that we won some days ago, and it is a good thing, and it shows that we are giving you what you really want. We are giving you the information, just like we always say, the more you watch, the more you love. Yes, you will always love Operation TV because we are innovative. We bring up new things all the time, things that will surprise you, things that will engage you, things that everyone wants to see. We look into the world and we know what the world wants and we give it to the world. That's why you can ask us for anything. That is why you can ask us for more. Congratulations to us once again and to our chairman for that innovative of the year, innovative TV station of the year award. And that is the result of hard work. That is the result of consistency. That is the result of being there for yourself. That's the result of showing up. That is the result of collaboration and connecting and doing your best in whatever you're doing. I'm not alone in the studio. Yes, Maria Gilbo is not alone in the studio. She has Michael Armstrong with her. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Mary. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, Africa. Good morning, Nigeria. Anywhere you're watching us in the world, it is Early Status, and it's always beautiful to talk to our wonderful audience and viewers around the world. And I know you're expecting something great, and you're going to see that.
You're going to see that. Michael, you've not been able to talk about the award lately. And last time we discussed about it, you were not here. So what do you think? What are your thoughts? And how does it make you feel as a staff of Operatune Television that we won an Innovative TV Station of the Year award? How does it make you feel? What are your thoughts on it?
First of all, I want to give kudos, some credit to the chairperson, also the person of the GM, but not to forget the indefatigable MCR,
Yes.
presenters and all that. We're coming from different backgrounds. We came to synergize. And within that synergy, we're already having top notch. It shows we are doing what we should do. And it also shows that we are professionals. So it also shows that something good can come out of Nigeria. Something good can come out of Nigeria. So no matter how we thank everybody, and not to forget the viewers. The viewers, for before they give you such award is not done by you sleeping on the bed.
Yes.
Such award is done by you being and saying things that will attract persons in the media, that will affect persons in it, that would give good reasoning to mankind and also improve humanity. We're improving our space in Nigeria. We're also improving the reason why we do what we do. So kudos to the entire crew of Operatune TV, not to forget the security personnel, not to forget the driver not to forget the wonderful family that is saying thank you for being online today, and thank you for being on set.
Thank you
Thank you
for
very
being
much.
on set. We sincerely acknowledge and appreciate you all that take your time to watch us. We appreciate your time. We appreciate your contributions. It means a lot to us here at Operatune Television. And now we'll be going on a short break. And after this break, we'll also be showing you, award video on how we received the award. You just see a little clip of it before we return with the newspaper headlines this morning. Stay tuned.
Jímọ̀ olóyin lè tó wa, Jímọ̀ olóyin lè tó wa, mùmìnì mùmìnà ẹ bá wa ká lọ. Jímọ̀ olóyin lè tó wa. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Orúkọ mi ni Abdul-Lateef Ọmọgoriola Mustapha. Akẹ́gbẹ̀yìn Mùsùlùmí lọ́kùnrin àti lóbìnrin. Pé kí ẹ máa darapọ̀ mọ́ wa lórí ètò mi ètò yín, ètò Jímọ̀ olóyin, tí ó máa wáyé lórí ìkànnì Operatune Television ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Jímọ̀ ní déédéé aago 11 àárọ̀ sí aago 11 ààbọ̀ náà nìkan náà máa wáyé. Bákan náà ẹ máa ṣalábàápàdé àwọn àfáà àgbààgbà tí wọ́n máa fi ọ̀rọ̀ Al-Qur'an àti àdìsí Ànábì wa Muhammad tí wọ́n máa fi dá wa ní ẹ̀kọ́. Jímọ̀ olóyin ní ètò, ẹ máa bá wa ká lọ.
فإذا قضيت الصلاة فانتشروا في الأرض وابتغوا من فضل الله واذكروا الله كثيرا لعلكم تفلحون.
ọ̀tọ̀ ní tọ́lú ọ̀tọ̀ ní tọ̀lú ọ̀tọ̀ ní tọ́lú wò ọlọ́tọ̀ ló ní tòun ọ̀tọ̀ Mr. ọ̀tọ̀ lórin ìlú ọ̀tọ̀ ń jò ní tó fi dẹni ọ̀tọ̀ láwùjọ ọ̀tọ̀kùlú ògúnná gbòǹgbò ẹ máa pàdé èmi Adéwálé Dàda dìgúdù tí ò ní báàdì láéláé fáabàdà ní gbogbo ọjọ́ Friday láago 7 sí 8 lálaalẹ́ Friday ẹ jẹ́ kájọ jẹ̀gbádùn ètò yìí ògúnná gbòǹgbò níbi tá a ti máa mú àwọn èèkàn àwọn tí wọ́n láàmì láaka àwọn tí wọ́n ti ṣe gudugudu méje òun yàyà mẹ́fà ní ìpele àti ààyè tiwọn lókè èèpẹ̀ yálà eré ìdárayá eré orí ìtàgé ètò òṣèlú iṣẹ́ ọnà tàbí ẹ̀ka èyí tí wọ́n bá wà ẹ pàdé wa ní ọjọ́ Friday láago 7 sí 8 fún ìpolówó ọjà ẹ pè 0903 539 8622 0903 539 8622 tàbí kẹ́ ẹ pè mí 080 34 70 90 30 080 34 70 90 30. ògúnná gbòǹgbò lálaalẹ́ Friday ẹ jẹ́ kájọ jẹ̀gbádùn ètò yìí.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, children of the Most High God, welcome on top of GPG show. Una be asked for them, you know now. For those who know they take this show play on top radio, finally we don't carry them come TV. Yes, Operatune TV, the GPG show don't come back. Gospel Pidgin Group show, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. every Sunday. That now this Sunday where they come and every other Sunday. That's what we take you out. We go feel relate plenty levels them from revision time to we artists of the week to new jams for the week. We go tutorial you and make you feel so holy and still groovy. You all know this kind of level now. And the one where they switch past on top of the GPG show. Now that one what would they do? Where they say with the carry now go way back in time. But when men were boys and women were girls in the gospel something. Where they say we go fit tutorial now for Niger level and foreign song also. So this and many more. Now we're going to do every Sunday 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. with Bishop I, coming back on Top TV this time around on top of the GPG show right here for Operatune TV. You know, go want me some more. Join me so that we can praise the Lord together and worship every. But don't forget to put your faith for where you go. Catch ya.
Yeah. Show you what to do, 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 let me see you break that.
The Bible says, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." John chapter 8 verse 32. Experience the power of the undiluted Word of God that prepares you for eternity. through Evangelist Bukola Teniola and other anointed ministers on Hour of Truth, where heaven speaks and destinies are shaped. Join us every Thursday from 9 to 10 p.m. on Operatune TV for an hour filled with healing, breakthrough, redemption, restoration, and divine turnaround. To support this vision, kindly send your seed to the account details displayed on your screen. For prayers, counseling, or inquiries, please call 0805 668 7855 or 0912 924 0308. Hour of Truth, a divine moment of revelation and renewal. Jesus is Lord.
Waste disposal has become one of the greatest challenges of modern city, especially in crowded cities. When waste is poorly managed, it pollutes the environment, spreads disease, fuels climate change, and threatens sustainable development. Today, proper waste management is not just a civic duty, it is a public health necessity. Waste comes in many forms. Household waste like food scraps, plastics, and paper. Medical waste such as syringes and used gloves. Industrial waste from factories. Electronic waste like phones, batteries, and computers. And hazardous materials that are toxic or corrosive. Each type requires safe handling and specialized disposal to protect people and the planet. Improperly discarded waste has severe consequences. Open dumps become breeding grounds for pests and diseases. Plastics and other non-biodegradable clog waterways, kills wildlife and pollutes our air. Methane gas from rotten waste adds to global warming, and toxic liquids from landfills seep into soil and underground water, contaminating the water we drink. Experts say it starts with simple steps. Waste should be separated at the source into recyclables, organics, and other refuse. Plastics, glass, paper, and metals should be recycled, while organic waste can be composted. Hazardous and medical waste must be disposed of only through licensed facilities. Most importantly, all waste should end up at designated government-approved sites, not on our streets, rivers, or empty lots. Community education plays a key role, helping people understand that their daily habits have long-term effects. Government and industries have their own responsibilities to provide waste bins, recycling centers, and efficient collection services, and to follow environmental regulations strictly. But citizens also have power by consuming mindfully, joining cleanup drives, reporting illegal dumping, and supporting recycling initiatives. The proper disposal of waste is not optional. It is a foundation of healthy cities, clean water, safe air, and a sustainable future. If individuals, communities, industries, and governments work together, waste will no longer be a threat, but a resource managed with purpose and care.
Good day, viewers all over the world. My name is Simi Akiomi, and I'm here to bring to you an amazing opportunity. If you want to equip yourself with relevant tech skills that are in demand in the global space, I want to encourage you that every Tuesday by 6 to 7 p.m. and look forward to the repeated version Saturday 5 to 6 p.m. You can join us on Digital also. To be part of this amazing program as a sponsor, or you might likely want to ask questions in due time, or you want to even advertise on our platform. For more inquiries, you can reach out to our studio line on 0813 370 1979. Again, 0813 370 1979. Digital Also is a program dedicated to equip our youth and young adults with relevant tech skill. Join me on Tuesday 6 to 7 p.m. for a moment of empowerment. Keep watching Digital Also on Operatune TV.
Discipline is the backbone of every great nation. Following necessary rules and regulations is not just about obedience, it is about building a society that works for everyone. Every law, every guideline, every instruction is designed to protect lives, preserve order, and promote healthy living. Sadly, many of us ignore the little things that matter most. We litter the ground, dump refuse in gutters and unauthorized places, and then complain when floods and diseases threaten our communities. Cleanliness begins with responsibility, disposing of waste properly, keeping our surroundings tidy, and respecting the environment we all share. On our roads, rules exist for our safety. Pedestrians must use zebra crossings and pedestrian bridges where available, while drivers must obey traffic lights, avoid reckless driving, and resist the temptation of double parking. One wrong step on the road can end a life, but one right choice can save many. Public discipline is also essential. Open defecation, urinating in corners, or smoking carelessly in public spaces not only pollute our environment but also endanger lives. Remember, smokers are liable to die young, and second-hand smoke harms innocent people around them. Respect for public health is respect for humanity. Parking responsibly, crossing carefully, driving attentively, and disposing waste properly are not just laws. They are habits that reflect who we are as a people. A disciplined nation is a progressive nation. So, let us all play our part. The government makes the rule, but the people give them life. Together, by following the simple regulations of our state, we can build cleaner cities, safer roads, and healthier communities. The choice is ours to choose between disorder or discipline. Please note that a nation that keeps the rule keeps its future.
I think we are going through a very turbulent time in Nigeria. Everybody can see people are suffering, and the country is not laughing. I think the country is bleeding generally. That's just my opinion about the situation in Nigeria presently.
What is happening is that Nigeria can get better. It depends on our leaders. The way our leader they are doing us, but I pray that God will enter their mind, that we can change their mind, so that we will make Nigeria better. By God's grace, I think that they can do more than what they are doing. So, and I pray for them. Let them do better, that Nigeria people will join them well.
The ongoing situation of this country, fine, everybody has their trial time, and I believe Nigeria is passing through a trial time. I believe with consistency and with the way things is going, with the renewed hope that the president has promised us, I believe soon or later everything is going to be okay.
We are complaining, but the policy is affecting us. But the policy, if you look at the other hand, policy is just foundation, and then before everything can be smooth, there must be some level of difficulties. As Okonjo Iweala said the other time, that foundation, the economy is a balanced economy, but the growth of the Nigeria must reflect for the people.
The situation is actually very poor. A lot of people are suffering. A lot of people do not even have 3 square meals to eat a day. So the situation is very bad. So people are hoping for the best.
Our democracy, we are not reached to that democracy. It's under our sovereignty. That democracy. We are now what that our democracy.
It to be better and better and better more than this. When we have a lot of patience, we know when something is going hard. At the end of the day, those are our forefathers. They say when something is going hard, at the end of the day, it's going to be soft. But I know that by the grace of God, everything is going to be all right.
The security system in Nigeria is not okay at the moment because most of the in-between states, like if I'm from here, you are going to the north now, there are bushes between the states. The bush is too much. For me, that creation of state, it will help Nigeria to develop more because all these bandits and criminals, they hide inside that bush. They have enough space to do their things around. If government can be able to create more states in Nigeria, I hope those bushes between states will reduce. So, and again, in a city like this, if poverty continue to enslave we as citizens like this now, people will be thinking to do bad things. So government should put in and do youth empowerment so that our youth can be able to get work, see better thing to do. If we are living well, I'm living well, we will not think of crime. The crime will reduce.
It's just like there are some people sponsoring the terrorists that are attacking people, and they are the same people fighting insecurity. So I don't know. So there's no way this thing will work because they are the people that are sponsoring the insecurity are the people in government, and they are still the ones spending money to secure our life or property. So I don't think it will work.
I would say the security system in Nigeria is between good and bad. Let's put it that way. The good way is that the Nigerian government are trying. For now, we can't give a full reason for it because I would not say they are trying for the security of Nigeria because if you've been to some areas now, you see they already start putting the CCTV camera for the roads and the traffic. So I would say they are really, really trying. They are trying to improve our nation. So I would say a big thanks to them.
That is the most important thing that we supposed to do, and we are not enjoying anything pertaining to security in anything that security be. But we are in Nigeria, but we thank for our government. They are doing their work, but they can't do anything for us. But they will do their best.
I think Nigeria here, we're just living by God's grace. We're just under the grace of God, that's it. Because in this Nigeria is OYO, or you're everybody on your own. So it's just the grace of God we're enjoying in Nigeria when it comes to security.
I just think that the government needs to do better as regards the security system in Nigeria because I mean lives need to be more secure. So I'll just say I think they just need to do better. They are trying, but they need to do better.
The security in Nigeria is improving gradually, though we still have some issues. Firstly, I would advise that we should start within our community. We should be our brother's keeper. That's when we'll be able to protect ourselves. And the Lagos State government are trying by giving through police, armed forces and all. They are doing their best, but they need to do more. I know there's another thing that the youth nowadays are doing, that the security in Nigeria is free from all kind of corruption and maybe insecurity, because there are some other fetish things they are doing. So my advice to the youth and to the government is to empower the youth to create more employment, so that if there is employment, it will reduce insecurity.
If you're asked what you think about the security situation in Nigeria, what would be your opinion? So many Nigerians have a thing or two to say about it. Some of them are expressing themselves and saying exactly what they think about the security situation in Nigeria. Last week we were told in an event that we went for that we are all the police, like we were talking about yesterday, that everyone is a police. One of the stakeholders informed us to try to secure our environment ourselves and not wait for the police. We also said that securing our future, when you make sure everywhere is secured and you focus on collaborating with people for community safety, in a way or another, you are securing your future. Security is very important, and we have to find ways to make sure that the environment is secure. We can do our own part to keep ourselves safe. We don't always have to wait for the government. At the same time, the government too can contribute by making us know and believe that we are stepping out of our house safe and we are going to get back home safe. There's nothing as good as feeling that way. All right, we played so many videos for you all because it's midweek and we all need time to think about so many things, about how we can reflect on what we can do tomorrow, next tomorrow, before the week ends. What have I missed this week? And before this week comes to an end, what have I not done, and what do I need to do? How do I need to change in one aspect or the other? That's why we played so many adverts for you to reflect on. And right now we're diving into the newspaper headline for you this morning. We'll be opening the phone lines for you all to join the conversation. And the first newspaper headline we are going to be looking at this morning is the Punch. The Punch newspaper this morning. For the Punch newspaper this morning, on the bottom surface, we have Lamido, Turaki, McCarthy, lead PDP chairman race. This story is on the page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Northwest PDP set to pick consensus chair as party zoning favors region. Party set for convention. And all the stories, if you want more of it, go to the page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. MDA is under fire as federal government probes TSA violations. That story is on the page 19 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Hit and run driver kills Lagos director days before retirement. The story is on the page 5 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Imagine someone dying days before retirement, days before a time to celebrate. Retirement calls for a very huge celebration. Imagine working for someone or working somewhere. It could be decades, it could be years, it could be months, and you nothing happens to you. You work for that long, you survive, and you get to retire. It calls for celebration, and this is really sad. And we are offering our condolences to the families of this particular and prominent person that lost his life due to this issue. Moving on, Amupiton resumes next week ahead of Anambra poll. That story is on the page 9 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Presidency CAN clash over Christian genocide claim. That story is on the page 26 of the Punch newspaper this morning. The Punch newspaper this morning, so that we can see it on the screen. And moving on, Niger government mourns as 35 killed in tanker explosion. This story is on the pages 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Presidential pardon. AGF orders multi-agency probe. That story is on the page 2 of the Punch newspaper this morning. Diri delays APC move amid Sylvia Lokobiri power talks. And the story, more of it, you'll find on the page 2 of the Punch newspaper. The story. The Punch newspaper also has a picture story of Sanwo-Olu, Fashola, Ambode, Lagos APC endorsed Tinubu's re-election. And that picture story is on the page 2 of the Punch newspaper. You can see all of them there as they endorse Tinubu's re-election, and we are looking forward to the result of the election and what will happen eventually. And that's all for the Punch newspaper this morning. So Michael Armstrong will be giving us some stories from the Daily Independent newspaper this morning. Michael Armstrong, please can you give us stories from the Daily Independent newspaper this morning?
Yes, that's a good one from you, Mary. Daily Independent newspaper this morning. On the burning surface, we have deadly shortcuts. The corruption reading Nigerians' vehicle inspections. That means shortcuts, the corruption vehicle Nigeria daily inspection. And you can see that's just on the burning surface. Then by the window stories beside it, you see lack of popularity pushing defection governments to join APC. It's a lack of popularity pushing defecting government to join APC. That is the ADC is talking to the APC. You see that on the page 7 of the Daily Independent newspaper. Court sacks and employing local government chairmen, councillors elected in 2024. You see that on page 6 on the Daily Independent newspaper. Then the story once read from the other side, CAN, which is known as Christian Association of Nigeria, false presidency affirms Christian genocide in Nigeria. That's a very long story, but it still continues on the page 29 of the Daily Independent newspaper. We have Lagos APC backs Tinubu task residents on large voter turnouts. We see that on the page 6 on the Daily Independent newspaper. They say Tinubu names Doro as ministerial nominee to replace Yewatda. That's ministerial nominee to replace Yewatda. Approves 250,000 grants for outstanding MSSE, which is known as medium and small scale enterprises. You see that on the page 7 of the Daily Independent newspaper. Then above some of the stories above the front burner, we see the feared dead, 40 injured in Niger tanker explosion. That means explosion in the Niger state. You see that continue on the page 6 of the Daily Independent newspaper. We have Senator endorses life imprisonment for defilement of minors. Then on the punch line, you say Malls EFCC retaining 2% of recovery, then confirms Aminu Yusuf as NPC chairman. You see that continued on the page 7 of the Daily Independent newspaper. Then still on the Daily Independent newspaper, you see the pictures of people endorsing the presidency, saying that the president should run for 2027. That's also on the burning surface. Then still on the burning surface, there's a picture of openings, which the written there is very, very tiny. So,
okay. What you said, the picture is tiny. You know, there's something, a story you mentioned that we already read in the previous paper. You said, read the story again, please.
It's a Christian Association of Nigeria false presidency affirms Christian genocide in Nigeria.
We spoke about this yesterday, and I think we should be careful with what we say in regards that in regards that to avoid more troubles coming up, and people should not discriminate or criticize in regards religion. Everyone is entitled to their religion, and it can be worrying when we hear things like this. And everyone should just be cautious of what they do. And this story, we said reverse emergency rule, South Court reserve judgments in PDP government suits. That story is on the page 6 of the Daily Independent newspaper this morning. 2027, Lagos APC backs Tinubu task residents on large voter turnout. That is on the page 6 of the Daily Independent newspaper this morning. Then Senate endorses life imprisonment for defilement of minors. It's now life imprisonment.
That one is something else, because what I look on the push line, the Malls EFCC retaining 2% of recovery. That means EFCC they have a capital kind of ruling for such system. So them giving life imprisonment, I think is being too harsh, but they just want to stop it.
Okay, so there's when something is intentional. That's I think rape is when you intentionally force yourself on someone that you know is physically not as strong as you are. Like the person has physically you have an advantage over that person, and then you take advantage of the person. And I'm sure that while things like this are happening, the other person is pleading, the person is begging, please, please. So it is
Okay.
only wickedness that can make someone do something like that. Although in some cases the person could be, let's say, drunk or stoned, and it could be, but that's not enough excuse. And so if life imprisonment is what they are coming up with, it could just be a disciplinary action or to make people avoid it more, because I feel
Okay.
like it is
It
getting
is getting out of
too
hand.
much.
It is
It is
getting out
getting
of
now. You
hand.
can't even
Okay.
say you want to do something like as a woman now. Imagine if you are called for a job, and maybe it is within this time range. It could be during the day, sorry, in the evening, or
Okay.
while it's getting late. You understand? And maybe a close friend of yours or your family member can just tell you, oh, it's late, oh, be careful. Once you start hearing those things, you start getting scared because it is happening too much. So people don't even want to even make ends meet by doing some certain things anymore because they are scared. No, that's another way of, we are talking about securing ourselves, securing the future, and making sure that we are safe. And so even if you are trying to make sure you are safe, you have to also like do your part by doing the right thing and making sure that you avoid getting into trouble. Like we always say, police yourself and police everyone. You don't have
Police
to wait.
yourself.
You don't have to wait for the police.
Self-consciousness,
So you need to, exactly.
self-defense.
So when you have opportunities like job opportunities now, you have places to go and work because you need to make ends meet. We all know how the country is now, so everyone needs to make ends meet regardless. But because of fear of cases like this, people decline jobs that can help them, purchase a thing or two or make their lives better at that point in time. So if this is a way, if this is a punishment or a disciplinary action, I think they are doing this to just reduce the rates because I think the rate is getting too much. It is getting too much. One way or the other, we keep hearing this. So if this is a method of trying to reduce the rate of this in the country and in our society, I think it's not a bad thing. And not, it might not be, maybe they are thinking about it just to make sure that people work on their minds and try to do the right. You can't tell me, most times when people do some things, they will tell them. You can say to that person, or someone can even say to you, you can't tell me you don't know what you are doing. A toddler can prank you,
Okay.
or even manipulate you. Imagine
Okay.
a toddler between 0 to 3 or 4 years old. They know what they are doing. So how old are you that you don't know what you are doing? I know that what is wrong. So that's why they call it correction center, where people learn and learn to do the right thing. So if you say it is too much, I understand your opinion, but it could also be a way of reducing the rates because it is
AKA
actually
disciplinary measures,
it is a way of
life
reducing the rates.
imprisonment.
Because so many
Whoa.
girls are afraid of stepping out of their houses to go for jobs that will make that they'll use to feed and take care of themselves. Why? Because of cases like this. So I feel people you should be disciplined and you should know that this is wrong and stop it. Whatever is the reason, go and cure your trauma and stop harming other people and traumatizing more people because of your own trauma. This story, 35 feared dead, 40 injured in Niger tanker explosion. You read, I think
Yeah, we've touched that, but
touched that,
I believe the tankers, they have association. So what could have caused such things? Is it the bad road or the imagery? So most of people should just go, they should go to the page and read what is there. The picture story that I was saying was a little bit tiny. It was this one
Okay.
that they are commissioning a road in Ekiti State. You have a lot of governor there,
we have,
yes. They are
okay.
commissioning a road in Ekiti State.
Secretary Governors Advisory Council, and Mudashiru Obasa, Speaker, Lagos State House of Assembly, that story, Akinwumi Ambode,
The one at the
former
lower,
governor.
the one at the lower place where you
Okay,
have
that's where we
the
have
yes, they have Adeoye Ariba Shoye, Speaker
okay.
Ekiti, State House of Assembly, yes, left, right, and they were commissioning a road
Oh,
that
okay.
leads. So we just found out that the road leads to Itawe from from Ikire to Itawe Road. That road has been very, very, very bad. I remember those days where we decide to travel, where to do one or two tour because I used to like some kind of innovations in Ekiti State. We're going to do something with what's the name of the state? It used to be they call him Ojudu. Yes, he used to be a priest. He used to be a electronic and print person. So we went there. He was the one taking us around all these states and showing us one or two things.
So, but we are happy that they are trying to get everything is better now, because when all these things happen, it's the people that will always benefit from it. And I think that's all for the
That's all for the Daily
Okay, moving on
Independence.
to the next, which is the Vanguard newspaper this morning. The Vanguard newspaper this morning. For the Vanguard newspaper, we have court remands Kanu's lawyer brother 10 orders in prison. That's on the bonus surface. And that story, if you want more of it, go to the page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And we have defendants chanted war songs. Police allege I'm safe but still in Kuje prison. This was said by Ejimako. And Wabara demands release of Kanu's brother and others. We are mimicking democracy, Farotimi, and false police, judiciary, Action Aid, Amnesty International condemn assaults on protesters. All that story, you'll find it on the page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Court remands, moving on to the next, which is why Nigeria should not be designated country of concern. This was said by Kuka, and CAN fires back at presidency and says Christian genocide real. This is this page. This is on the page 8. This story is on the page 8, and we had the other story on the page 14. Now we received a story that is said the Christian genocide is not real, and now they are firing back saying that it is real. I don't really want to, because our major concern is the safety of the people, that's the Christians. That's our major concern, and it's not about the bantering.
Nigeria is a secular practice religion state. Nigeria, you can practice any religion, but if your religion is against humanity, nobody will swell arm to it. No religion should kill any religion, and there should be no genocide if you're trying to preach your religion, provided your religion is not against humanity. A lot of people might say we are just trying to paint a picture, but as the person of the press, as the person of the broadcast nation, we are here to show out good information about what is known as public opinion. And if we decide to do what we call keeping the gates, we will also let you know that it is a way where we keep the gate. We are not trying to blackmail any religion, but we're just saying that those people who are fronting and who are showing pictures are coming from a certain end. And those of you who have been following the news daily, following the dailies on, what we call religious kind of killing, will know one or two things have happened, but it should not be blown beyond proportion.
Be blown beyond. I love what you said, because lives are important. All those people that are dying, they have loved ones. They have people that are important to them. They have people that need them. They have people that they are catering for. And making these people's lives short, it's just too painful for some people to bear. Moving on to the next, we have 2026 WCQ, and NFF rolls out plans for Super Eagles playoffs. This story is on the page 39 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Then we have a picture story over there. We have Nwoko's wife visits Chinese envoy, and we have from the left, you have the CEO MNS Travel and Tour, Mrs. Laila Nwoko, and Senator representing Delta North, Prince Nej Nwoko, and His Excellency Yu Dunhai, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China to Nigeria, during a visit to the Chinese ambassador in Abuja for bilateral relations with MNS Travel and Tour recently, and that's it's a good one. And moving on to the next, we have Court nullifies Ebonyi 2024 local government elections and sacks chairman councillors. So this story is on the page 37 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Sacks chairman and councillors. There could be a reason why they would have done this.
Most of the reason will be found in that page, but you sacking chairman and councillor, is it that they are nullifying their election, or they are those are the potpourri of what we will be seeing in other climes? But as it is in Nigeria, a lot of people are seeing different kind of drama, so you should expect anything at any time, and do not blame the presidency. We are also part of the game. We are part of the government, and you should always lend your voice to social media, always lend your voice to media and print, and also lend your voice. You can call in or send your messages to us, just like the message showing on your screen, where we'll give or do justice to what you send. But as it is, we continue with what is happening in Nigeria, and we're also part of the system. We want to make things work, and with you, things will work.
With you, of course, with you, things will work. With your contributions, with your opinions, we can voice out and things will work. Moving on, tanker explosion. Over 30 killed in Niger, scooping fuel from falling tanker. This story is on the page 7 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Moving on to the next, we have a picture story. We have picture story at Creation Africa 2025 ministerial launch. We have from the left, Dr. Adora Umeoji, Managing Director, Zenith Bank PLC, Mr. Tunde Folawiyo, Chairman, Coronation Merchants Bank, Aigboje Imokwede, Chairman, France Nigeria Business Council, FNBC, and Chairman, Access Holding PLC, Jean-Noel Barrot, French Minister for Europe and Foreign Affairs, Jean Haas, Secretary General, France Nigeria Business Council, and Innocent Ike, Group Managing Director, CEO, Access Holdings PLC, at the ministerial luncheon on the occasion of Creation Africa 2025, which held in Lagos recently. If you want more, just go to the page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Moving on to the next, we have why governors orders are defecting to APC. This was said by Governor Sule. This story, if you want more of the story, if you want to know why governors and orders are defecting to APC, go to the page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. We also have ISWAP plans fresh attacks in Ondo, Kogi State. This was said by DSS. And under the story, we have an Ondo Police CP holds security meeting. More of that story, you'll find it on the page 7 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. We'll go after enemies of our sovereignty. And this was said by CDS, the Community Development Association. And you'll find the story on the page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. It's called this solidarity. They are coming together and saying that they are going after enemies of their sovereignty. Yes, I love that. I love solidarity. I love people coming together and fighting for their rights.
Solidarity forever, right?
Forever, yes.
I remember those.
Yes, I remember.
The beautiful thing about solidarity is that security is first of all from yourself. Anywhere you're going to, how you're going to the place, just make sure somebody somewhere knows where you're going to. We're not even. It's not that you are being negative minded. You're just being self-conscious. I also put some people's mind at rest. Like at times, if you're waiting for somebody in the studios, you're waiting for Maria Gilbert, for example, in the studio, and she's not there in time, you might decide to call, and she might be having a good time taking what we'll call tea and coffee. That's what we do. We take care of each other.
Like when people call and express themselves, we are looking after ourselves. We are sharing our thoughts, and we are telling each other that this is happening in the country, and we are not alone. You are not alone. Let me share a story with you. So on my way home on this particular day, there was this means of transportation. So this was the particular amount that we're supposed to pay. Everyone knows the actual amount. I don't know if I've shared this story with you before, but this particular driver added like over the amount was too much, was more than the actual amount. So when he entered, people in the bus were saying they are not going to pay this amount. It's not possible. And they kept on arguing. And at a point, he parked and said everyone must pay. But we all agreed and said, no, you are cheating us. This is wrong. And eventually, he threatened that we should come down. He said, okay. People were saying, okay, let's come down. Drop us and go back to the park. And he realized that he was going to lose the battle. So eventually, he had to accept to collect the actual amount that he was meant to collect. So if we can all learn to work together like this, to come together like this, to speak up like this, I think but we can fight for our rights on our own without having to protest or do something that will harm others. We can always speak up. I love what happened that day because it was like all for one and one for all.
One for all.
Eventually, he kept
Solidarity.
on threatening, telling us to come down. And we're like, this is wrong. You can't cheat us and make us pay this amount to this particular place when other people have come to carry passengers to a place that is farther than this place and collected lesser. So he kept on saying, if you're not paying, we're like, okay, drop us. If you drop us, you can go back to the park. And he realized that he was going to lose. And he actually had to accept that we're all eventually joking. I'm just sharing this story to see that it is important to always speak up. And speak up against people that are trying to bring down whatever other people have worked hard for. This sovereignty thing now, people must have built it. People, maybe the forefathers or people that have lived in that community for a while, they must have suffered or they must have done a thing or two to build that sovereignty. Then people will not want to, destroy it. So they are saying they will go after them. And I like that. And I think it's good for us to always come together and help ourselves. Take care of your people around you. Take care of yourself. That in that way you're securing your future.
So in that way,
if this sovereignty is destroyed by these enemies now, the younger ones that are coming up, what story will you tell them when they want to know things about their nativity, where they were raised? Okay, why am I? If I ask my mom or my dad any question about where I come from now, about my culture or my norm, they always give me details. They tell me you are bearing this name because of this. This is happening in our community. This is the reason. They will sit, my dad and my mom, they will sit me down and tell me the story. And now when I have children too, when they ask questions about where I am coming from, I know what to tell them already. So that is what should be done. People should always fight together and keep that nativity alive. Keep that culture alive. Keep that norm alive. I really love that. That story is on the page 8 of the Vanguard newspaper. You wanted to say something, Michael?
I'm just seeing the solidarity activist in you. Solidarity forever, right?
Yes, forever.
Solidarity forever.
There is that. There is solidarity forever. There is all for one
and one for all. The one I don't like is Aluta continua. Victoria Asata.
Oh, great.
It means the struggle continue, victory is certain. I don't believe in struggle continue. I believe the development continue.
Of course, development. When you are fighting for something and nothing is happening, that's another thing.
That's stagnation. That's stagnation.
And, you have to keep pushing and all, and that's it. So let's move on to the next story. We have 73% rural residents say inflation rate is high. This story was given to us by the CBN, and if you want to read more of that story, you will find it on the page 20 of the Vanguard newspaper this morning. And that's all for the Vanguard newspaper this morning. Moving on to the next, which is the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning.
Nigerian Tribune newspaper. On the burning surface, what I just love on the burning surface was saying, why Nigerians should not be designated as a country of concern. Bishop Kuka. And that Bishop Kuka is a Catholic bishop, and he's saying that Nigeria should not be designated country of concern. Bishop Kuka was saying that. You see that on the page 4. And he says Obama administration slowed down fight against Boko Haram under Jonathan and designated will be hurt Nigerian more. He adds, he said if you designate Nigeria to be a country of concern, it will look as if you're mocking Nigeria and all the efforts. And even America did not assist when they said they would assist. That's what Kuka is trying to say. Then on the window story, we have them free Nnamdi Kanu protest. Police arraign Kanu's lawyer, that is brother, and 11 others. You see that on the page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. We have tanker explosion. We've read that before. Tanker explosion killed 35, injures 46 in Niger State. I want to use that to tell people, when you see any tanker fall, do not go there and pick, because the more you're scratching the surface, the more your cans or anything could cause fire, because that thing is highly inflammable. A lot of people don't know that they will, instead of you to use plastic, I'm not encouraging it though, they will use cans, they will use something solid, and the more you scratch the ground, it emits a little bit of fire, then you will see that kind of explosion. Then in some of the window stories, we have Lagos director dies few days to retirement, 60th birthday party to be buried on Friday. You see that on the page 5 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. Till some of the window stories, we have insecurity. Edo government to regulate activities of scavengers and scrap dealers. That means those people doing bang, 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 bang on the streets of Lagos. They say they want to regulate their activities because some of them can be spy in disguise. And so you can see that on the page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper. You have Tinubu nominates Doro as minister, forwards name to Senate. You see that on page 5 of the Nigeria Tribune newspaper. Then we have something on health. Breakthrough blood test could spot dozens of cancer before symptoms appear. That is what researchers say. You can see more of that on the page 5 of the Nigeria Tribune newspaper. Gunmen set ablaze ADC secretariat, disrupt inauguration of party executives in Ekiti. You see that on the page 12 of the Nigeria Tribune newspaper. On the punchlines there, below, just below that highlights there, you see it's an attack on democracy. Aregbesola, then party 6 independent probe. For government to do that, they are seeing ADC as a threat. Yes. It's stronger threats, stronger threats. Nobody should tell you that. They are seeing ADC as a threat. Then we have
why would they be seeing ADC as a threat? Well, if you play your own part and you're confident in what you're doing, I feel they can also stand. You know, you should always know that you can stand with anyone or anything. You can't see any other, maybe a competitor or a co-worker or anything as a threat. That means that wouldn't help you. I'm not talking about them. I'm just talking about
generally. And in politics, contestation is part of politics. Okay. If you're playing football and you don't have somebody competing with you, you won't play well. Wow. It will just be like the odd of the odd, couple the cock. It will be what we call hoity-toity. If you do. You know, you're playing a game. You understand? You're not serious, and you will never improve. So it's not good for Nigerian democracy. It's also not good for democracy at large. Wow. Contestation is part of our democracy. Somebody will contest for something, and the way you contest should not be lethal. We should not use weaponry, and we should not weaponize humans. Now, we're talking about non-government. We're now seeing this in Ekiti State. We are just appealing to the government to be more human conscious, be more societal conscious, and also take care of the mental health of these communities, because most people in those communities might not be sleeping well. It will cause displacements. A lot of people will relocate. A lot of people looking for means to save their life, and it should not come to where we'll be chasing each other. That is that on gunmen set ablaze. You see that on the page 12. He said gunmen set ablaze ADC secretariat, disrupt inauguration of party executives in Ekiti. Aregbesola spoke on behalf of the ADC. Then we have electricity subsidy hits 1.05 trillion naira, nearly wipes out Disco's half-year revenue. Analysis are saying that in the page 6 of the Nigerian Tribune. So these things they are saying in electricity is very, very important. Big. It's very, very important. Yes. So Nigerians are looking forward to it. Then we have 2027 Lagos APC endorses Tinubu for second term. Then you see promises 20 million naira reward for LGA with most registered voters. Another way of trying to encourage people to go and vote. And I believe it's there should not be any monetary thing attached to it, because if you put money to it, a lot of it's look as if you're doing vote buying. You understand? Or somebody is trying to sell Then the picture story. I just want you to highlight something on the picture story because some of those things look as if it's tiny. Yes, look as if they are a little bit more tiny. Even though if it starts with the Secretary of the Government Advisory Council (GAC) Alhaji Mutiu Are Speaker, then Lagos State House of Assembly Honorable Mudashiru Obasa. Look at the former governor of Lagos State. You have Mr. Akinwumi Ambode, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu, and the GAC leader Prince Tajuddin Olusi, Deputy Governor, and Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, his wife, that means Oluremi, then ex-minister of the Works and Housing, Mr. Babatunde Fashola San, Senator Tokumbo Abiru, and party chieftain during the 2025 Lagos State All Progressive Congress APC Stakeholders Forum at the Eco Hotels and Suites, Victoria Island on Tuesday.
Very, very
Amazing. I would have loved to be there because I know they serve good food there in the Lagos. Just to be there to do some of the contents and relate. And
it's if you want more of the story, it's on the page 3 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning. And moving on to the final newspaper this morning, which is the Daily Global newspaper this morning. For the Daily Global newspaper this morning, on the bonus surface, we have ISWAP plans fresh attacks in Ondo, Kogi, and DSS raises alarm. We also have Edo rights activists seek for amnesty, and NDLEA launches online portal for drug integrity test, visa clearance certificate, and this is a good thing. You can online you can do your drug integrity test and a visa clearance certificate. It's good, instead of going out of your houses to achieve something, you can achieve it from your own comfort zone. And these are the things that will make things easier for Nigerians. So it's a good thing, and I really love that. And moving on, Zoldan Bank refutes permission to collect form fee. That story is on the Daily Global newspaper this morning. Banks funding failure, the shocking rot in Nigeria's intervention programs. The story is on the Daily Global newspaper this morning. If you want more of it, go to the Daily Global newspaper. FCT Minister hails President Tinubu for breaking records in project delivery. We also have, I'm not sure of Niger tanker explosion toll rises to 3546 injured. This person is not sure. More of the stories, you find it on the Daily Global newspaper. We also have Lieutenant Colonel Anile's rise, Nigeria's first female army voice. It's a good thing. It's woman crush Wednesday, so automatically she's my woman crush for today. Women supporting women. I love when women, come out and show the power with God, show themselves and show what they can contribute out to the world. Yes, I also respect men. I'm just talking about, I respect men. Men are very hardworking and they contribute a whole lot to the society, but I just like it when women come out with things like this. Moving on, Tinubu condoles with Abba Moro over son and grandson's death. And that story, you will find more of it on the Daily Global newspaper this morning. And that is all for the Daily Global newspaper this morning. That is going to be wrapping up our newspaper headline this morning. We really acknowledge and appreciate the time you spend with us on this ultimate morning show of yours, Early Starters. And now we are going to be going on a short break. When we return, we'll be giving you stories that made it to the top in the business world. Please stay tuned.
It's RP to the code. They call me Rap Code. Keep watching Operatune TV. Don't touch that dial.
Yes, my name is Oshokla. A lot of you also keep watching Operatune TV, television. Yes, we recommend this for the people all over the world. Perfect, perfect. Booyaka, booyaka. You know what I'm saying? Respect large. Ah, no say. You have to say that.
Yo, what up, my people? What up, royalties? They call me King Jeff. Keep watching Operatune TV. One love, respect.
My name is Jay Bold, artist from Lagos, Nigeria. Keep watching Operatune TV. Stay locked in. Peace.
Keep watching Operatune TV.
Keep watching Operatune TV. Keep watching Operatune TV.
Okay, I go by the name Benny Arumi. Keep watching Operatune TV. Let's have a nice time.
Keep watching Operatune TV.
Operatune TV. Keep watching Operatune TV. Tony say so. Pra!
Welcome back to Early Starters, and now we are going to be giving you stories that made it to the top in the business world. The federal government says the full revival of the aluminium smelting company of Nigeria, Alscon, in Ikot, Abasi, Akwa Ibom State, is expected to inject about 540 megawatts of electricity into the national grid when fully operational. Minister of Power Adebayo Adelabu disclosed this during a walking visit to the plant, where he reaffirmed government's commitment to reconnecting the facility to the national grid and completing the long-abandoned 330 kilovolt substation in the area. Adelabu described Alscon as a vital industrial asset that has remained underutilized for 37 years due to inadequate electricity supply. He explained that although the plant was conceived in 1989 and completed in 1998, it has yet to make significant contributions to the economy. He further noted that with 6 turbines of 90 megawatts each, the facility's total installed capacity could reach 260 megawatts with planned expansion. The minister assured that once short-term measures are completed within 90 days, Nigerians will begin to feel the impact of the company's operations. Adelabu emphasized that the project will boost national power supply, create thousands of jobs, and save millions of dollars in foreign exchange by reducing aluminium imports. Moving on to the next story, Nigeria's insurance industry has posted impressive growth, with gross premium written rising by 49.3% to reach 1.21 trillion naira at the end of the second quarter of 2025. The National Insurance Commission, NICOM, disclosed this in its quarterly market performance bulletin, describing the result as a strong showing despite macroeconomic challenges. The report shows that the non-life segment maintained dominance, contributing 67.2% of total premiums, while oil and gas led the sub-sectors with 31.2%, followed by fire and motor insurance. The life insurance segment accounted for 32.8%, led by annuity and group life policies. The industry total asset rose to 4.4 trillion naira, representing a 19.2% increase from the previous year. Meanwhile, Nicomsat said the governance and performance reflect resilience, improved digitization, recapitalization, and regulatory reforms, describing the industry's outlook for the rest of 2025 as decidedly positive. Moving on, MTN Nigeria has announced plans to shut down 101 network sites across Adamawa, Borno, and Kano states for scheduled maintenance on October 25th. The 2-hour exercise, which will run from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m., is aimed at improving service reliability and strengthening the company's fiber infrastructure in northern Nigeria. According to the telecoms giant, the upgrade will involve a fiber cutover between Afcourt and Bawo village, a move expected to eliminate long-term network faults and enhance connectivity stability. MTN said services on 2G, 3G, 4G, and several enterprise connections will be unavailable during the maintenance period. The company apologized to customers for the temporary inconvenience, assuring that the intervention is part of broader efforts to enhance long-term network performance. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Communications Commission has expressed concern over rising cases of fiber cuts nationwide, revealing that telecom operators now record an average of 1,100 incidents weekly. The Commission says it is working with security agencies to protect critical infrastructure designated as national information infrastructure. And finally, artificial intelligence leader OpenAI has officially launched ChatGPT Atlas, an AI-powered web browser that integrates its popular chat box directly into the browsing experience. Unveiled on October 2025, the browser is currently available for Apple macOS users, with rollout plans for Windows, iOS, and Android on the way. Atlas is designed to function without a traditional address bar, allowing users to interact with ChatGPT in real time while browsing, creating what the company calls a super assistant experience. The browser features an agent mode for Plus, Pro, and business users, enabling ChatGPT to perform searches, analyze data, and automate tasks within browsing sessions. OpenAI says the tool can even remember browsing context through browser memories, which users can manage or delete for privacy. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman revealed that ChatGPT now boasts 800 million weekly active users, doubling its user base since February. The company has also embarked on major acquisitions, including Windsoft and StatSig, and sealed a $300 billion cloud deal with Oracle to power its growing AI infrastructure. The debut of Atlas underscores OpenAI's ambition to redefine how people search, browse, and interact with information online. And that's all the business stories we have for you this morning on Early Starters. Please keep watching Early Starters. The show is still going to get more insightful, more educative, and more informative this morning. Stay tuned.
Hello everyone, my name is Akijide Akilabi, aka Old Soldier. Keep watching Early Starter on Operatune TV for your top-notch news, security tips, and entertainment. Keep watching Early Starters on Operatune TV.
It's RP to the code. They call me rap code. Keep watching Operatune TV. Don't touch that down.
Yes, my name is Oshokla. A lot of you also keep watching Operatune TV television. Yes, we recommend this for the people all over the world. Perfect, perfect. Booyaka, booyaka. You know what I'm saying? Rest my lives. Alright, no say. You have to say that.
Yo, what up, my people? What up, royalties? They call me King Jeff. Keep watching Operatune TV. One love, respect.
My name is Jay Gold, artist from Lagos, Nigeria. Keep watching Operatune TV. Stay locked in. Peace.
Keep watching Operatune TV.
Keep watching Operatune TV.
Keep watching Operatune TV.
Okay, I go by the name Benny Arimi. Keep watching Operatune TV. Bless. Have a nice time.
Keep watching Operatune TV.
Operatune TV. Keep watching Operatune TV. Tony say so. Pra!
Hello everyone. Really, how are you doing? Yeah, today is cool, today is good. We want to talk about work environments. What is an office? An office is a place, like a building, a house where people come together, different individuals with different background in different fields coming together to work to achieve a common goal for the organization, for the purpose of it is being established. What makes an office work interesting? Well, we have few points to talk about. We're talking about employee autonomy. We're talking about team spirit. We're talking about flexibility. We're talking about leadership style. Leadership style. We're talking about love and cooperation. We're talking about supportive, being supporting each other. When one is down, the other will take it up. Talking about employee autonomy, where you are free to take decisions, to make decisions without waiting for any other person to tell you what to do. When you can work under pressure, where you can apply your senses. Then flexibility, they should be able in the office, it should be flexible, not too tossy. Flexibility, you should be able to feel free to talk to your boss, to your colleagues, not hiding anything. You must be able to share ideas. You must be able to work together, as one. When something is not too clear to you, you should be able to ask your colleague without being afraid or thinking maybe they will laugh at you. No, life is a learning process. We learn every day. We learn then whereby you have a very good boss. You relate as brothers and sisters, which will make the flow of work to move very well. Okay, I'm working on this, I'm doing this. Okay, what can I add? What can I? You should feel free to ask questions. By asking questions, you'll be able to learn more, and you put in your own quota. You must be able, to be dedicated to the work because you're being paid for it. And punctuality matters a lot. There are a lot of factors that has to do with working environment, decency, your dressing, the way you talk is part of it. You don't use vulgar language. You respect each other in office, no matter how the level of your boss, because respect is reciprocal. I think with this few points of mine, you should be able to learn one or two things and which will guide you in your office, your place of work, how to relate more with your boss, with your colleague, even with the junior colleagues under you. You must be able to move everybody. You must work as one. You must come together and work as one because there is a common goal for the organization to be achieved. Thank you.
One thing about work environments is that I keep saying it on the show that some people don't know that their work is their life. Whatever happens to you in your office, no matter how hard you try to deny it, no matter how hard you try to hide it or pretend or something, it will still affect your personal life. That is why you need to find ways to maintain your peace, find ways to protect your peace and your mental health. And so the best way is to make sure that you have a good relationship with your co-workers. And so let me tell you something. Sometimes if you try to have a good relationship with one of your co-workers and it's not working, you can also give that particular person space. Now, I'm not saying not malice now. Malice is wrong. When necessary, just to add to the video, because I know people have opinions about that. When necessary, you talk to the staff. You can say, oh, when you're asked to pass an information across, you can let the person know, okay, this is what I was told to tell you, or this is what you need to know. Just inform the person, ask, but you don't have to laugh or play with the person, because eventually you might find yourself not happy with the person deep down. Then you now try to force yourself to talk to that person. No, just to maintain peace and to maintain your sanity, you give the person space, necessary space. Then when necessary, you talk to the person. It's also good to, in that way, the environment won't be toxic for you. You have your own peace, and there is no need for you to shout at anyone or for anyone to shout at you. So you are maintaining your peace, and you're of course taking care of yourself, because the truth is no one cares about your mental health. You have to protect it. No one cares about how you feel about anything. People are just different, and it's their nature, and you respect who they are. You don't know why they are like that, of course. Even you don't even know why you are the way you are. I know you have to, the same way people understand you, you have to try to understand other people. Do you get? So you're not judging anyone. I'm not judging anyone here. I'm just saying, you can as well stay on your own in your office to maintain peace and make sure everything goes well. But when necessary, you can talk to the person or see, well, this needs to be done. I remember someone I know saying that the person that she works with, they always have issues, they always quarrel. So she decided to stop talking to that person. But when necessary, she actually told the person She comes every day, but I was like, and I thought, okay, try not to talk to her if it's not necessary. Only talk to her when you need an information concerning the work. And when she started doing that, there was no fight again. Because at the point they even had to give them query, and they had to answer the query. And why you guys always, when you have a particular temperament and someone's temperament is not working with yours, you guys won't work. And it's no one's fault. No one is a bad person. People are just different. So you maintain your space, respect yourself. When necessary, you can now talk to the people. Oh, this needs to be done, or how does it work? So that's just to add to what she said. Michael, while I was talking, you weren't saying anything. I don't know. And you were just smiling.
Please.
No. Okay. Let's see.
You got it.
It's network.
Okay.
The network. It's network. So if you want to call us, the numbers are on the screen. 0813 300 1979. 0813 370 1979. And now I want to deviate from that I was saying and move to today's talk. I like what the MCR did. Thank you very much, Cholo, because it's like I was talking about something that, although what I'm talking about is still close to the topic for today, which is public servants, professionalism and integrity. Public servants, professionalism and integrity. Now, things happen every day. On your way to work, on your way back from work, you meet people that you have to call. See, there's some people you have to talk to. It could be the person taking you to work. It could be the person working at your office. You have people you have to talk to. So relating with them, how does it feel?
So you say you have to.
You have to.
What if I thought you said you should keep space?
I'm not talking about workspace. I'm talking about today's topic now. Let's not change it. Yeah. I'm talking about today's topic.
There's
like
some people
I'm talking
you have
about
to
on your
talk to.
like aside from your office now. I'm talking public service, like in the public, not in the workspace, in the public. Professionalism and integrity. So many public servants lack this professionalism thing. They don't use it. Imagine being a driver of a vehicle and the passengers, you address them anyhow. You don't talk to them the right way, or you expect them to understand whatever you're saying. And it could even be communication. Maybe that person can't speak the language you can speak, and because the person can't, he starts saying some. So the thing is, so many people, especially in this part of Nigeria, don't know the importance of public service. You are a public servant. You are supposed to be polite. You are supposed to communicate properly to the people that you are working for.
Okay.
You are serving the public. Like I always say, leadership is service. So as a public servant, you are also a public leader. Some of the things that you do, we are the ones that will follow. Now let me give an example, like transportation, like that story I just shared. Now that amount he mentioned was not the right amount, and as a public servant it is wrong for you to cheat people, because you know that no matter what, we are still going to enter and go home. You will go home now. I don't know if you are following what I'm saying. You will go home, but if the amount is too much, you get cheated and you get to your house and you spent more than what you are supposed to spend on your way home. So as a public servant, you are supposed to do the right thing. And we have some examples of public servants. We have government officials, we have civil servants, we have law enforcement and justice, we have healthcare professionals, we have education, we have infrastructure and transportation. We have social services, we have emergency services, and these individuals, they work in various sectors to serve the public and implement policies that benefit the society. So if you are a public servant, there are ways you are expected to behave when you are doing your job, because people are going through a lot. Like I keep saying, you can't say that you have a thing or two bothering you and you throw that energy on someone else in the society. It's affecting work, it's affecting effectivity and efficiency of a job. So what do you have to say about public servants?
Public servant and public service, they go hand in hand. Now, as a public servant, you should know you're in service. Your duty is to maintain peace and tranquility in that space. Then the person must have what we call good public relationship. Understand you're dealing with multi-sect of tribes, mindsets, and discipline. So I believe before you be debriefed, before even going to such areas, you also know that, because public servants have different stages, they have different states, they have different cadre, because some of them, like somebody who is cleaning the main road now, is a public servant.
Yes, of course.
So most times, a lot of people don't regard or consider such people. They just believe they are just, they call them akole, which is a little bit derogatory. It shouldn't be like that. What you're doing at that space and time, you're doing it. And why you're doing those things in that space, in that time, is because that is your job. It does not mean you are demeaned. It does not mean you're belittled. It does not mean you are not worth it. Because if you don't do that job, nobody will.
Do it, exactly.
And whether you know it or not, it is part of your CV. It is part of your reference and
what you just said
prestige.
reminded me of something. I wanted to share it. So back then, when I was still a student, we have some people in the classrooms that will be like, oh, I don't want to become a teacher, and they will tell you, you don't want to become a teacher, right? But you want someone to teach you.
That is it.
And that thought, I was just like, oh, that's true.
No, it's because what they are hearing about ASU and all that.
Exactly,
What they hear, people don't understand what teacher is.
Yes.
And people don't understand the difference between teaching and training. Teachers, I said, no, even the presidency was taught by somebody. So no matter what you do, if you have talent, without the necessary teacher, your talent will just die. But if you have talent with a good teacher, your talent will turn to what we call intellectual property. As that intellectual property will last for you forever. So when your talent is no more, when your talent is fizzling out, like C. Ronaldo and Messi, let me use football. When it fizzles out, your intellectual property is what will keep you on the go. And remember, you're a mentor to somebody, and most of them, you don't know them. That's why I like, we should have a regulatory system about human characteristics and human behavior in public places. We should also take care of those are people in the public space as servants, because the frontliners are the scavengers, are the people you see sweeping. Those are the frontliners. Now, when it comes to the office, you go into the office, meeting anybody in that cadre you should not be what we call hamstrung. You should not need to squeeze some things to some people's palm before they let you see the commissioner. The highest thing, they will give you suitable dates that you understand, go to see. And it's not a place where you go to. A lot of people are afraid to even confront the local government chairman, even though they know their houses. They are also, why? Because they believe they might be rough-handled, they might be abused. That is not attainable at this time. Local government autonomy is for the people. And whether you like it or not, you're part of the government.
Everything
because
you are doing is for the people. Yes.
You're part of the government, even you as an individual. Discipline starts from yourself. Public service also starts from yourself. Do not degrade or downgrade anybody that is doing public service, even to the Akole and Agbale. Those people sweeping our streets, those people sweeping the main road, those people sweeping our walkway, those people taking care of our gutters. They are public service people. We treat them with the utmost respect. And it is not that they are not educated. That's what a lot of people don't know. It's not that they are not educated. It's just that they want to put themselves in the principle of division of labor. And what they do there, they do shifting and all that. Those are the frontliners. We should respect those people and also let them, even though we want to pass one or two messages to them, we should do it with the utmost consciousness of respect. Now, this does not have to do with age. It all has to do with your person. If you are above 18, you're a young adult, you're above 25, you're a growing adult, you should be treated accordingly. And we really do not expect you to have the kind of brain of Albert Einstein. But if you do have it, respect people, and people will also respect you.
Respect people, and people will also respect you, and do what you are meant to do. Do the right thing. If you do the right thing, there won't be unnecessary, all the unnecessary arguments and fighting and quarreling that waste time on the road. The reason why I'm focusing my energy on transportation is because it affects a lot of activities of the day. People come down from whatever they are, if it's the bus or any other means of transportation, and they try to fight someone, or if you're doing the right thing, if you are disciplined, if you are conscious of what you're doing and what you say and the way you relate with your co-worker or whatever, all those things can be avoided. All this constant fight. Imagine seeing a fight on your way home and the other person is bleeding and you are still fighting. There was even one that I heard about. The other person even died because the beating was too much. And all this boils down to professionalism and integrity. Whatever job you are doing, be professional about it. It's not until you wear you dress corporate before you can be professional. So many people feel or think that it's those that go to work that dress corporate that should be professional and no, and should have integrity or act right. No, do things right regardless of your job. Be transparent in decision-making processes. Do the right thing. Don't say some of those bus transportation people, when it rains heavily, they'll multiply the price of the bus by 2. Because and that which is wrong. There should always be clear explanations for actions taken in the society. We have accountability that like there are some, of course, there are expectations from public service. We have accountability is number 1. Hold yourself and others accountable for action so people can know what to do. Ethics in decision making. Prioritize the public interest over personal gain. That's what I said about mentioning the rain now. When it's raining, your heart will start beating fast if you're going home. Because you know that the people that are serving that aspect of the public will want to take advantage of the, instead of them to even make it easier because everyone is cold and needs to hurry home, they will multiply the price so that they can benefit more, which is not fair. Public serving, you are serving the public. You should make life easier for the public. Avoid conflict of interest, like I mentioned, fighting or getting angry or speaking anyhow to a passenger. Someone was insulted this morning and the person had to tell him, don't talk to me like that, you're a public servant, you shouldn't be saying that. Make informed, unbiased decisions. Don't be biased. Don't say you're a woman, don't sit here, go to the back and tell a man to come to the front. Don't do that. Citizen engagement. Listen actively to citizens' concerns. Respond promptly to queries and feedback. Involve citizens in decision making. Let people know what you are up to. Let people know what you are doing. People should be aware of what you are up to. People should be aware of what you are doing. You should inform people. Keep people informed. Keep people informed about important information in regards to society. We have managing conflicts of interest. We also have identify potential conflicts, declare conflict of interest, refuse or recuse yourself when necessary. That is the right thing to do. Maintain a professional demeanor. Whatever you're doing, you mentioned the people that sweep on the street. Some of them, they won't care that you're passing. They'll pour sand on your body. Oh, we have a caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Omo, calling from Abuja.
Omo, calling from Abuja. Oh, Omo, nice to hear your voice. I really love your voice. Thank you for watching Early Starters.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, so what's your take on public servants, professionalism, and integrity?
Well, a public servant, you have the public, so you could have the public interest at heart.
Okay,
yes, and yes, you have the interest at heart, and you're supposed to do your job in a way that's going to boost your trust and your confidence in government institutions.
Yes.
And the song. So you have to have the skills for professionalism, the skills. You have to improve your skill and be competent in whatever you're doing. And you shouldn't mind, let's say, doing
exactly.
Job, I'm not going to put on my best when I'm doing it. Also you need to be accountable. The public servants, you have to be accountable. You have to be impartial, understand, how
I
to
love
relate
that.
with your customers because they're looking for the public and you have to make them trust.
Yes.
And also, it's a bit difficult in Nigeria because the public servant, the pay is quite low, So it's always easier to, just do it anyhow you like. Yeah, how much are you going to get? Just do the job anyhow. So let me just do it very.
Exactly.
But,
Okay.
yeah, but sometimes when you do things like that, you might not know, but it might tell on you in the future. Yes.
That's it.
And
That's it.
you end up realizing that, okay, you might not even get fulfillment from it. So sometimes it's not about money. You need to have fulfillment in your job.
Yes,
When
yes.
you do it anyhow, without integrity, without standards, you might not have fulfillment. You know the thing is low. Also, as a public servant, you're easily prone to corruption in Nigeria, especially because you're not the office. So you can expect someone to be transparent and accountable. Make sure there are enough incentives for them. When they do their job, they are commended and all that. But when all these things don't come, it's easy for you to tempt them. You say, okay, do this thing for me. I'll give you this. Easy for them to be corrupt because they are not well paid. So I think if the Nigerian system can look into public servants, that's the one. I'm not talking about the public servants, the politicians, the higher public servants, but the real civil servants that are doing the work and doing the job. If the government can look into their salaries, look into their incentives, look into their allowances, I think it will reduce corruption and make integrity and professionalism, better. So that's just my take.
Oh, thank you very much. Anne, right? Is that Anne? Or what did you say? Omo. Sorry. It's Omo. Thank you very much, Omo from Abuja, right?
Yes, Omo from Abuja.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I really enjoy your show. You guys are doing a good job.
Thank you very
so
much. Thank you for that.
Hey, thank you. Really appreciate that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
All
Bye.
right, bye. Yeah. I like what she said about do what you're doing with confidence and don't say how much are they paying me, how much are they. Do your work and do it well. Like I was saying before the call entered, the people that sweep, most times if you're not cautious, if you don't jump them or jump the place, they'll just pack the sand on your leg, like, after all, I'm stressed, or that attitude. It happens almost every time, and people don't know that it is your job. Do it with joy.
Okay.
Do it with joy. Do it with authenticity. Do it because no matter what your job is, your job is your job, and it should be your pride. It's what you use to earn a living. So do it well. Let it not be like you're judging yourself.
I like what she said there, though. She said they should also improve their salary.
Yes, and that could be the reason why we have some of them behaving.
She said she's a public servant. They should also improve the salary. That she's not talking about the politicians who say those ones are higher public servants.
Yes.
She said they should also improve the salary. Thanks for that call.
She said Omo. I didn't even know. I heard Anne.
No, she said Omo.
Oh, okay.
From Abuja, all the way from Abuja. Kudos to all of you, please.
Kudos to all of you.
Kudos for trying to air your view and keep talking to us. Let us air your view to the general public. And we'll also bring their attention to, that tiny still voice. It could get somewhere.
Yeah, it could
get somewhere. Who knows who's watching, who's listening?
Exactly.
Because
she sounds like someone that knows a lot about public service, because she was emphasizing on the fact that people need to do their bits, like work with I like the fact that she mentioned confidence. Whatever your job is, don't hide it. Don't say because this is my job, I don't want people to know that I'm working here. No.
It's a stepping stone.
It is a stepping stone.
It's a stepping stone to another place. There, one man said that the guy's name is Isaac Newton. He said the greatest asset to any human person is the mind, not your certificate. It's the mind, because certificate can only get you somewhere, but your mind can take you everywhere. Now, which certificates will you give to become Dangote? Or which certificate will you give to become the guy's name is Dell? Or which certificate you will give to become Bill Gates?
Exactly.
You understand? So it's passion. Passion brings provision. Vision also brings provision. But without passion, vision will die. But passion will keep you going on and on. That is why a company once said there's a reward for passion.
There is a reward for passion.
Is everything. Passion is what takes you from one level to another level without looking at what is coming.
Exactly.
The guy's name is Thomas Disraeli. Thomas Disraeli said, fear. Courage is not the absence of fear.
Fear will always be there.
Fear will always be there, but
Someone
courage
said,
is no matter the fear, you move on.
Someone said something. I watched this in a movie clip. It said, "Fear is not the problem. The problem is not wanting to change." And he told her, he said, "You have refused to change, so you can't be here anymore. You are expelled." And he just played a mind game with the kid because she was too scared to try. She was too afraid. And he told her, he said, "You are expelled." And you know why? Your classmates, everyone has their struggle. Everyone has their, because you're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm too scared." And he said, being afraid is not the problem. The problem is you have refused to change. And he now told her, he said, your other classmates, they also have what they are scared of, but they are trying to change. So you have to change. And when he told her that she's expelled, she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm going to change." And she said, and he just gave her this look that, "Oh, I know what to do. I know how to handle this kid." And I really love what he did to that particular kid. So fear is not a problem. Everyone gets scared. A friend of mine once told me that doing it when you're scared is even the best time to do it.
You will learn it. You will mature from it.
You will mature from it.
You mature from it.
We also have other ways to be professional. We have responsiveness to community needs. Understand the community's needs and concerns. When you understand the community's needs and concerns, you will do the right thing as a public servant. You will need to be corrected or be reminded on what to do. Provide timely and effective solutions. Wake up, those of you that drive people from one place to another. Wake up early and fuel your vehicle. Not when people have entered and are rushing somewhere, then you park to a filling station. It is wrong. People will complain because it is wrong. So I don't feel like passengers complain too much, or we always have something to say. But it's not fair. Fine, you are doing your job, but we also have places we are going to. So it's good to always understand the concerns, understand the things that matter to us, and it will be better. No one will be happy that she's running late to work and the person driving her to work is parking somewhere to buy something or trying to fix something up. We also have be approachable and accessible. We shouldn't be afraid to talk to you. Like Michael always mentioned the fact that everyone that wants to communicate with someone in Lagos will say sorry, because everyone is. All these are important things that affect our daily to daily activities. They are important.
I like as you throw that, be approachable. So there is a saying that, let me just buttress down your point. There's a saying that says the poverty of the poor will not let them prosper. Because they are not accessible. Everybody, they are angry with everybody. They are angry with the government. They blame anything and everybody, but they do not blame themselves. Because, it's easy to throw fingers. It's easy to point hands. And in this our beautiful country, when you don't complain, people believe you're a nitwit. You are too gullible. You're slow. You're always wanting things to be petty. It's because you're rich. It's because we've had a lot of that. Because you're rich. It's because you're influential. It's because when you do like this, you have where somebody will give you something. When you do like this, and they have forgotten the laws of economics that gives us what we call marginal utility. I call it marginal propensity. Why? Because different strokes for different folks.
Exactly. People are different.
The way I would take things in some part of Lagos, let me mention Agege, is different from the way I would take things on the island. So a lot of people should know that this is what we were taught in school. Different strokes for different folks. Marginal utility. Like me, I like using it as marginal propensity, where we can propel ourselves to do something better. Because whether you like it or not, my Yoruba language will say, "Eyan lashu eyan." People were created because of people. You are somewhere because of somebody, and somebody is somewhere because of you. If you do not know this, you are on a long term.
You are on a long thing, and it's not good because all these things, you are still going to be the one to benefit from it. And we have there's also identify potential conflicts, declare conflicts of interest. You need to know all these things and recuse yourself when necessary. Treat all citizens with respect and dignity. Yes, regardless. Respect everyone. Promote diversity in the workplace and ensure services are inclusive and accessible. Maintain a professional demeanor. treat citizens with respect and courtesy, uphold the law and organization now policies. All these are important. If we can do this, I think we'll have a better society and a better community. We'll have less theft, less robbery, less bad incidents like this. All these things we reduce. We don't have to keep waiting for the government and
the
for
public,
the police.
the Nigerian public should be re-educate themselves. They should re-educate, because I said something during the independence celebration when we were being asked. I told the person, I said, Nigeria is 65, right?
Yes.
But for me, Nigeria is 26 years. Uninterrupted democracy for 26 years. Nigeria is 26 years old, technically. And within that, we have seen a lot of expose. We've seen a lot of characteristics, a lot of funny things that is coming up from different regions. That means those leaders in those regions did not do well to curtail this situation when they should.
When they should, yes.
We are no more in the military era, because I grew up in the military era. I know how it was. And some of us had it good, but some people had it very, very bad. And in Nigeria today, especially in Lagos, the NGOs you hear are just from part of the cities. In the main hinterland in Lagos, no NGO has been doing anything except self-acclaimed NGO just because of politics or some other things. We've seen that a lot. So I'm saying this in a space of time that the Nigerian dream we're expecting is to be built by humans, not by spirits. And with the time you know that you are here for somebody and somebody is there for you, you'll be more important. It's not about religion, it's about knowledge and lifestyle, because every religion preach about knowledge and lifestyle. Any religion that's against humans is not a religion.
It's not a religion.
Yes, it's not a religion.
It's not. We also have leveraging technology to improve service delivery. So many public servants are against this recent upgrades in technology. Please leverage it. Like Miriam said yesterday, she even gave us so many ways, the ideogram and all those explanations she gave us. They are necessary. Ensure digital services are accessible and user-friendly. Protect citizen data and maintain confidentiality. Very important. Very, very important. People should be able to trust you and trust that you are reliable. And during crisis, prepare for potential crisis. Communicate clearly and transparently during crisis. Let people know what is going on, why this is this and why that is that, so they can feel relaxed and know that, okay, this is how I can plan ahead in case this happens. Respond promptly and effectively. All these things will help us, and it shows that for us to have a better community, a better country, we have to do a lot of work. It's not always about me, my own. The person beside you is a human being like you. Put yourself in that person's position. Don't be selfish. Don't think that it is all about what you want or what is better or what is good or what will be good for you. Remember, the person beside you might not be close to you, but someone somewhere that is close to you might be experiencing that thing that you are doing to someone that is bad. Yes. Like Miriam was talking about that person she helped yesterday that was about to be, that was nabbed as being, I can't remember, she said a robber or armed robber.
No, she was being nabbed. He was being nabbed. They call the place Westgate. I know the place in Magodo. And so she said the guy was thought to be, they were doing a raid, so he was thought to be all these internet fraud scammers.
Can imagine.
So and he proved that he was not.
And they kept on
trying to bamboozle him.
If someone like her did not save that guy, only God knows the time
the guy would have been bamboozled.
Would have gone through.
He'd have been bamboozled. So our authorities should do well, please.
We should do the right thing. Don't do what is not in your job as a public servant. Do the right thing as a public servant. Let everyone know that I am safe in my country. These are ways to keep the community safe too, by doing the right thing.
I want to add this. So those of you who are watching us from home, viewers, I want to tell you this. The word police is your friend is true. Why? Because they are a public servant. I know you don't know this. The policeman you're seeing on your street, your taxpayers' money paid for his uniform. So he's a public servant. and they are to do you good public service. It will be a great disservice to yourself if you see a policeman and start to fidget.
No,
It is
don't.
wrong.
Actually, if I say I'm
Don't.
very friendly to them, I won't even
Don't.
mind
I
greet
can even
them.
smile with
I
you and
say
play
very,
with
they are
you.
very, and they
Yeah.
are very friendly.
If they know,
They are
see,
very, very
there's something called the modus operandi in the police force. Modus operandi is the Spanish word of mode of operation. That's the meaning of modus operandi. Mode of operation. So they will look at you. They believe this keyword is you are dressed the way you're dressed. They will look at you, even though if you're putting on funny pants. If they look at your composure, they will know you're educated. They will know you're exposed, and they will know they can't bamboozle you. But most times, if they try to bamboozle you and you fall from such bamboozlement, they will take undue advantage of you. And one time, the Nigerian police was the least educated force in Nigeria. One time, they were the least educated for. They have high level of illiterate. No shame about that. But now things are changing because there's a lot of training, a lot of reforms. But that does not mean the older people that most time those lower cadre officers, majority of them are least trained.
Yeah, they are
They
least trained. One
least
of the most-
certificates and all that.
Yes.
Since the time of Jonathan, they've been saying this, doing that. They've just started improving some of their salaries, and some of them are also learning how to protest like civilians, which is good.
Which is
Which is telling you that they are public servants. They are not different from the next man on the street. It's just that they wear school uniforms.
They are one of the most friendliest public
Yes,
servants.
so you can report on it soon and just tell us one or two things that's happening within your area.
Yes.
We can help because we're close to the government and we're also close to the people.
Thank you very. I really love all this, Michael. Like we always tell you that in Operatune Television, you can always ask for more. And on this Ultimate Morning Show, we can have different conversations. We can relate with each other and communicate together. We can make this country better. And that will be all for this morning. That will be all for the topic. I really hope you've learned a lot and known the importance of public service, professionalism, and integrity, knowing that everything still starts from us. Like we always tell you, you have to do your part as a Nigerian and not depend on the government alone. But there are things we can do to make the environment better for us. And that's all for the topic today and for this part of Early Starters this morning. We are not signing out now because Michael will be coming up with sports updates. But for me, I'll be saying bye. Thank you so much, Tolu Felicity, because you know sometimes she can be so sweet and so cute, and she does some things that I'm like, okay, that's how sweet she can be. And I don't even know. Well, okay, let me not reveal some things, you know. Thank you so much, Mr. David Adekpoju. Thank you very, very much. We really appreciate your effort. Thank you to Wasiu. Thank you to Nifemia, lovely and sweet admin. Thank you, Michael. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Miriam Okay, wherever you are. You know we love you. We care so much about you. You are so sweet. So thank you to our chairman. Thank you to our general manager. Thank you so much to every single one of you. Thank you, our viewers. You guys are our best friends. And for now, I'll be saying bye as Michael will be taking over, giving you a story from the world of sports. Keep watching Early Starters. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Really, how are you doing? Yeah, today is cool. Today is good. We want to talk about work environments. What is an office? An office is a place, like a building, a house where people come together, different individuals with different background in different fields coming together to work to achieve a common goal for the organization, for the purpose of it is being established. What makes an office work interesting? Well, we have few points to talk about. We're talking about employee autonomy. We're talking about team spirit. We're talking about flexibility. We're talking about leadership style. Leadership style. We're talking about love and cooperation. We're talking about supportive, being supporting each other. When one is down, the other will take it up. Talking about employee autonomy, where you are free to take decisions, to make decisions without waiting for any other person to tell you what to do. When you can work under pressure, where you can apply your senses. Then flexibility, they should be able in the office, it should be flexible, not too tossy. Flexibility, you should be able to feel free to talk to to your boss, to your colleagues, not hiding anything. You must be able to share ideas. You must be able to work together, as one. When something is not too clear to you, you should be able to ask your colleague without being afraid or thinking maybe they will laugh at you. No, life is a learning process. We learn every day. We learn then whereby you have a very good boss. You relate as brothers and sisters, which will make the flow of work to move very well. Okay, I'm working on this, I'm doing this. Okay, what can I add? What can I? You should feel free to ask questions. By asking questions, you'll be able to learn more, and you put in your own quota. You must be able, to be dedicated to the work because you're being paid for it. And punctuality matters a lot. There are a lot of factors that has to do with working environment, decency, your dressing, the way you talk is part of it. You don't use vulgar language. You respect each other in office, no matter how the level of your boss, because respect is reciprocal. I think with this few points of mine, you should be able to learn one or two things and which will guide you in your office, your place of work, how to relate more with your boss, with your colleague, even with the junior colleagues under you. You must be able to move everybody. You must work as one. You must come together and work as one because there is a common goal for the organization to be achieved. Thank you.